find out sooner or later. Oh yeah, we are live.
Awesome.
The only thing is I don't know how to share. See, we are live. I know that.
Okay, link.
Oh, do this. Go to live on our YouTube channel and share it everywhere. Alright guys, for those of you who are joining, we will start in a few minutes. It's our first live, so there's a bit of technical stuff. Let us know if there's any lag or if there's any echo, if there's any audio issue. For now it says excellent connection, so if there are any of you watching, let us know. We have a lot of segments. What a fantastic day of Test cricket it was. We have a lot of segments. We're going to go over a few things. It won't be too long, but we will be critical and analytical and all of that. We'll just share the link and just start off with everything. So, should I go over the segments?
Yeah, I've got the link.
Share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram. We have 3 viewers. I think one of that is you.
Live.
Just a few minutes before we start talking about things, but before, like, so he's sharing the link now for others to join, any of you, some of you. But we have few segments, so we're going to summarize what happened. Just read the scorecards, top performances, bat and ball and all of that. We're going to talk about letdowns, just because the top order let us down. So we're going to start from that. And then turning points, what changed, but just a moment of what changed the whole day. Play of the day, I don't think it should come as a surprise, but wait for that. And then stats, we'll go over a few stats, we'll go over some things that happened during the day and few statistics that you may not know of, and what tomorrow should look like. So most of it is that. And
Cool. I think we should be good to go. I've shared the link on Twitter and Instagram.
go on then.
Awesome.
So we'll summarize the scorecard. We'll talk about the top performances, top performers and stuff.
Give us a minute. Yeah, cool. I think we should be good to go.
This is officially our first live.
Yeah. Let us know. Drop your comments below. Alright, we have people in the comments. Nice. Awesome. So firstly, obviously...
Oh yeah, also we'll talk to you guys, so if you have any questions, let us know in the comments. We'll come back to you after we talk about everything there is to talk about. We just don't want this too long and too boring, so we want it to be crisp, we want it to be on point. We'll have conversations, so if you guys have anything to talk about, to ask us about, let us know. Go on.
Yeah, cool. So obviously day's play, Chepauk, India 339 for 6. It did not seem like they'd get there at some point, but Ashwin and Jadeja are doing some great work. Ashwin getting to 102 not out and Jadeja 86 not out at the end of the day's play. Also, obviously bowling performances, Mahmood got 4 for 58. I thought his opening spell was brilliant.
Fantastic.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Youngster, quick wheels. But yeah, I think that's a summary of the scorecard itself.
Yes, and oh yeah, by the way, for those of you guys who don't know, we're at Marina Beach. We were at the stadium not too long ago. If you want updates, follow us on Instagram and everything. But yeah, we are at the Marina Beach. The stadium's right behind the camera. But yeah, before I talk about letdowns and the top order dismissals, Bangladesh won the toss and chose to bowl, which surprised a lot of them. And I mean, even Rohit Sharma decided that he was going to bowl.
Yeah.
And this was because the pitch had a bit of moisture, and we saw that with the Bangladesh fast bowlers. It helped the pacers. There was a lot of seam movement, more than swing, there was seam. And for those of you who don't know what seam is, it's movement of the pitch. So there was a lot of that. And we saw the top order do what they always do, and that is...
Get out, nick everything, literally everything. I mean, Kohli, Gill, Rohit.
See, Rohit's dismissal was how he would usually get out. Rohit, the way he would get out in test. I mean, for a long time he had problem in Sena countries because of this, not being able to move his feet when the ball starts seaming.
Yeah.
So that was fine. I mean, that was a peach of a delivery. I think that was a good ball. And then we saw Shubman Gill.
Yeah, Gill now, okay, so here's the thing, right? A lot of people will say he got unlucky because he was caught edging the ball down the leg side. But if you see the replay, his bat is literally outside the leg stump. Like, it's almost like he's chased that one And Ashwin, I think there's an article also on
Yeah,
this.
there's an article on this which we'll share in the description, written 10 years ago almost, about how this is not an unlucky shot. If you're the number 3 batsman in the first hour of day 1 of your first test match, you gotta do better than that. That's not unlucky. And then we saw Virat Kohli do what he always does. I mean,
Chase one outside off stump, trying to drive it through covers beautifully, getting caught once again.
yeah, I mean, 5th, 6th stump outside off, that was horrendous. I mean, I don't think. We've made a lot of videos on this. We have criticized him a lot. We have also made videos on how he's one of the greatest batsmen of all time. But for him to come out in the first hour, when you know the ball is doing so much, and for him to chase one 4th, 5th stump outside off, that is a rookie mistake, and it seems like he's been making those mistakes a lot lately. Again, we'll cut him some slack. It's the first test match and all of that, but come on, dude. Like, it's the first hour of the first day. You gotta do better than
Yeah,
that.
I think, that's the more disappointing part, is that it was the first hour of the first day. You know it's going to see him in the morning, especially because there was a light drizzle when we arrived in Chennai.
That's true.
So it was expected that the pitch is going to play that way.
I mean, the fact that Rohit Sharma was going to choose to bowl should tell us something. The fact that we went with 3 seamers into the game should tell us something.
Yeah.
So those were letdowns.
Right.
Now, what was the turning point?
Turning point can also be put into letdown. So basically, I mean, KL Rahul came in and there was a certain kind of way that he was playing the spinners, especially, I think only Mehdi was bowling at the time.
Yeah.
And KL was so tentative. He was, like, I was just talking to Ashwin in the stadium about how KL Rahul of the past would have like stepped out, used his feet,
100%.
or gone back into his crease and like cut or pull. But right now, like today, he was just sort of going back and glancing it. Like, he wasn't even glancing it into like gaps. He was just like dabbing it to short leg, and that's eventually how he
we
got
had
out.
a whole conversation of how it was about time KL Rahul gives his wicket away to Mehdi Hasan, because it just looked like it. He didn't look confident at all. He wasn't moving his feet. I mean, there were few of the square that he hit, but it just seemed as if he was too scared to take the spinner on, and eventually that's what happened. But why is that a turning moment? Why do we think that's the turning moment?
It's because KL Rahul taught the rest of the batters how to not bat against spin on this pitch.
That is true.
Like, he was so tentative, and after he got out, and as soon as Ashwin came in, literally probably like the first or second ball, Ashwin goes back into his crease and properly hits
same
it.
shot.
Same shot. Same ball, same shot, but he's hit it really well.
Yeah.
And it's not got straight into short leg's hands, which is how you play spin. He went back, used his feet. And yeah, like Ashwin got a century today, so he definitely played spin well.
Yeah, exactly what Praatibh said. KL Rahul taught the rest of the batters what not to do. I mean, when KL Rahul was batting, there was Jadeja at the other end, and Jadeja was playing spin quite well. Jadeja was attacking the spinner, and also you need to understand that on a pitch, on a day 1 pitch, when it's helping the seamers, the least you can do is attack the spinner. And when we say attack, it doesn't necessarily have to be boundaries, but it needs to be intent. Like, KL Rahul wasn't able to rotate strike. He gave Mehdi Hasan his first maiden over, and then the next time he faced Mehdi Hasan, he only got a single off that over. It was a lot of tentative shots, it was a lot of struggle, and soon it just became that.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that Jaiswal did well.
Yes,
he did get to 50. He did look to attack Mehdi Hasan, even Pant to some extent, I think. So, I mean, I think KL Rahul again has missed another chance. His average as it is in Test is 34. He's not helping himself at all. Sarfaraz Khan is waiting in the ranks to come and take that spot. So, I don't know, man. I mean, like, KL Rahul should, at this point in his career, be a lot better.
And you know what? We're actually going to release a KL Rahul video next week, so
Coming
watch out
soon.
for that. But it was really quite disappointing. But yeah, play of the day. Oh, before we go to the play of the day, of course we know who it is, but even then, I mean, Jaiswal did a good job. He attacked the fast bowlers when he had to. He showed the senior batters of the squad how to bat in the first half. Left everything. Something that we saw was he left on length, and that's not something you do on Indian pitches. Leaving on length basically means you know that the ball is going to go above the stumps after pitches, so regardless of where the ball is, you are going to leave. And that's what Jaiswal did quite well.
Yeah, Jaiswal left pretty well on length. And
Until he was flustered just before he got out. I mean, he plays those few fancy cover drives. I mean, he would get those on a good day, but missed and then got an edge. But play of the day, who's the play of the day?
Play of the day, Ash Anna in his hometown. Again, second century for him at Chepauk.
Yep.
And 6th overall Test century for him. think it was a really good innings. It was really solid counter-attacking cricket. He
Yes.
attacked the spinners, he attacked the fast bowlers.
Yep.
And I think one common thing between all the batters that did well today is they played late.
Yeah,
They
oh
played
yeah,
the ball
yeah,
very
yeah.
late.
Play the ball very late. So on a pitch that bounces a lot, we saw a lot of bounce, we saw a lot, the pitch skidding on and everything. And so for pitches that do that, you need to play the ball really, really late. And that's what Ashwin did, that's what KL Rahul did to the fast bowlers. He was doing that quite well.
he
Quite
was
well.
doing okay,
Jaiswal, all of these guys were playing the ball very, very late. And yeah, Ashwin, what a fantastic knock.
Yeah.
I mean, things couldn't have gone better for him. First day one of the test match in Chennai.
And I mean, there's a lot of chatter going on around on Twitter that this might be Ashwin's last test
That
in
is
Chennai. He is 38 years old.
That is true.
So this might well be his last test cycle. And I mean, what better way to come in and score that century?
Yeah.
Especially because at one point, I don't think we thought that India would even reach 200.
Oh, yeah. I
And-
mean, we were hoping that India reaches 200.
Yeah.
We are pessimistic when it comes to that. But Ashwin and Jadeja came along, did quite well. And so we'll go over the stats for the day, right? There are a couple of stats for the day. India haven't won a home test in which they have been asked to bat first after losing the toss. In the last 8 occasions or something, they haven't won a test match. We have lost 7 or lost 6 and drawn 1, something like that.
Yeah.
The second is every time India have played at home against Bangladesh, we have always gone with three seamers.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that big of a surprise that we didn't play Akshar Patel or Kuldeep Yadav and we only played Jadeja and Ashwin. So that wasn't a big surprise. And even Dinesh Karthik before the match started, he predicted this would happen. He predicted that Akashdeep will play ahead of Kuldeep Yadav or the third spinner. And the third is, this is now the highest partnership for the 7th wicket or below for India against Bangladesh in test matches, surpassing 133 between Sachin and Zahir Khan. And this was all the way back in 2004.
God damn, 20 years apart.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Quite some time, yeah.
So, yeah. And to finish off before we get to you guys, and if there are any questions you guys want to ask, what should tomorrow look like? First session tomorrow. What should that look like for you?
So obviously the pitch has gotten a lot better to bat on. Having said that, the morning session is going to be important because they'll probably take the second new ball.
Yep.
There's probably going to be a little bit of nip. And yeah, I think it's just the morning session that if these guys can bat through that, already this is a bonus. I don't think anyone expected India to get these many runs. But now that they have, they'll want to make sure that they get some more runs.
True.
So yeah, just play safe, but also attack, I'd say. I don't see the point in just
I mean, they
blocking
should
things
play
out.
the way they're playing, except like Praatibh said, because it's the first hour and because it's the new ball, they might want to be a little cautious. Now, that's a wrap for the post-match of day one. If you guys have any questions, thoughts on Kohli's usual dismissal, Anirudh asks. Again, Ganesh Pavan asked thoughts on Kohli's dismissal. I mean, we talked about this, you can rewind, but again, it's something that he's been doing recently. It's just rookie stuff. It's what you would expect from a 24-year-old and not someone who's 35 with so many test hundreds and all of that. It's just irresponsible. I mean, it's very critical, but it's Virat Kohli, so you have to be critical. Jaya asks word on Hassan Mahmood. You liked him a lot, didn't you?
I liked him a lot. I think he also did well in the previous series that Bangladesh played, and there's also been a lot of chatter around him. So even today when we were in the stadium, I did tell Ashwin to watch out for this guy. And even in the stadium, he seemed pretty sharp. There are bowlers who might bowl 140, but they don't seem sharp.
Yeah, that's true.
But this guy seemed to be hitting the bat hard and bowling consistently good lengths, especially the opening spell where he got those 3 wickets.
Yeah,
Solid
so
stuff.
especially because Tuskin was struggling from the other end
Yeah.
with the new ball because he was bowling it a bit too short, whereas Hassan Mahmood was pitching it up. He knew that the pitch is doing a lot. He knew that the ball is seaming and he seams the ball, and he was doing that quite well.
It's pretty solid stuff.
I mean,
It
as
was
much as-
actually fun to watch. Being an Indian supporter, but still, you like to see good fast bowling. So that was a treat.
Yaha, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, asks why Jadeja and Ashwin today succeeded but not others. It's a good question. It's because it's just irresponsible shots. Some were good balls. Punt getting out, chasing the wide one. I mean, shots that shouldn't have been played at the time, whereas Jadeja and Ashwin stuck it out, but also the pitch just got better to bat on.
Yeah.
as the day progressed.
Plus, I think they were not afraid to play their shots, but they were also not careless in the kind of shots they played. They attacked the right balls, I'd say. Also, they got to play a lot more spin,
Yep.
so that made it a little easier for them, but taking nothing away.
Yeah. We'll take last two questions before we keep this too long because we don't want that. One I think is very interesting. We Clarity asks, I think the pitches are made by keeping up the BGT in mind. What do you think? What do you think? I wouldn't have thought of that. So what
Yeah,
do you think?
that's an interesting way to look at it. I know at least in the Duleep Trophy, they are trying to make pitches a lot friendlier
Yeah.
for fast bowlers and just the domestic setup in general.
First class cricket in general.
Yeah. But I mean, coming to these matches, the pitches are a lot truer now as compared to maybe back in the day when it was a little dust bowl types. I'm not saying this can't become a dust bowl. It might still turn.
I mean, it's a red soil pitch.
It's a red soil pitch, yeah.
Pitch will continue to break, continue to help spinners. I mean, we already saw a bit of turn on day one. It's not
turning square.
turning square. But
There was a little bit of spin today as well for Mehdi.
Yeah.
Right now it's a true pitch. Will it get worse? Probably will. But I don't think they're looking as far ahead as the BGT right now. Obviously, it's something that they have in the back of their mind. But I'm pretty sure like these guys will probably take it one game at a time.
True.
Yeah.
Now, did I say last two questions?
Last two questions.
Okay, last two questions then. Nikhil Kumar asks, would Gambhir be happy with the performance or would he be more critical?
Gambhir would not be happy with the performance of the top order 100% because they've batted very irresponsibly. It's not like they've got out to really good balls, except maybe Rohit Sharma, you could cut him a little bit of slack.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think the others have gotten out and
Even Jaiswal.
it was a lapse of concentration.
Yeah.
I mean, Jaiswal did play well up till that point.
Yeah.
And he's young and he's been doing well, so obviously we'll give him
More
that.
slack. We'll cut him more slack.
Cut him more slack. But I think like for someone like a Kohli and a KL Rahul, they really should be doing well. Like you really
Pant.
want to see
I mean,
them do well.
So, I mean, yeah, the top order, it was just disappointing to see. I mean, we spoke about this again. We'll post this video so you can always go back and hopefully see.
Why-
We'll take one last question.
Want to take this? Last spinners didn't work today.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. They didn't work today because the pitch was made to help the. I'm not going to say it was made to help, but the pitch was such that it would have assisted the fast bowlers to begin with. And because it's a red soil pitch, as the test match progresses, day 3, day 4, it should break even more. It should help spinners even more. Also, why both the teams went with 3 seamers and 2 spinners, it was the conditions were such that it would help the seamers. Like Praatibh said, when we came here, it was drizzling, it was overcast. A lot of people predicted that there was a lot of moisture under the pitch, so it would seam a lot, which it did. And so this is why the spinners didn't work, but they should work day 3, day 4. Although, because it's Ashwin and Jadeja, I do expect them to work. I don't think they can give an excuse of the pitch.
Plus, I mean, it's Chepauk. They've played for CSK
yeah,
a lot. Ashwin's from
Chennai's home ground. Chennai is Super Kings' home ground. Ashwin's home ground. I don't think they can give an excuse, but I don't think they will. I know a lot of you guys have asked a lot more questions. Rahul asks, is this the last chance for KL Rahul? We're putting out a video next Tuesday, so watch out for that. It's only about KL Rahul. We are also releasing a video today, by the way. Tonight. Oh no, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Friday night. Where we are going to talk about why this test season is important to begin with. So yeah, this has been a first live, this has been a post match. If you guys have any feedback on how we should go about things and if you're happy with the segments, because we do want to keep it short, we don't want to be fluffing about. So if there's any feedback, let us know. We'll do this every day after each day of the test match. We will try changing locations, but yes, today we are at Marina Beach. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. This was fun. Like we have 40 viewers, 170 views.
Nice.
No, thank you. We'll end the stream and then we'll have this conversation. Peace.
Peace.